Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the media world lately: Magnum Media's big move to expand its Wisconsin footprint. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me hit you with this. What does it really mean when a media company starts snapping up local radio stations like they're collecting trading cards? Personally, I think this is about way more than just growing a portfolio. It's about control, legacy, and maybe even a bit of nostalgia. So, let's break it down. First off, Magnum Media just inked a deal to acquire 3 stations from Sparta-Tomah Broadcasting Co. 97, ESPN Sports 1290, and ESPN 105.5. On the surface, it's a straightforward business move, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Magnum already owns 5 stations in the La Crosse market. With this acquisition, they're jumping to 9 stations in the area. And that raises a big question: how are they going to navigate the FCC's local ownership limits? What many people don't realize is that these rules are designed to prevent media monopolies, but companies like Magnum often find creative ways to work around them. It's like a game of chess, and Magnum seems to be playing the long game. Now, let's talk about Sparta-Tomah Broadcasting. For them, this sale is an exit from the radio business altogether. It's a bit bittersweet, isn't it? Radio has been a cornerstone of local communities for decades, but in today's digital age, smaller players are finding it harder to compete. From my perspective, this is a sign of the times. Consolidation is inevitable, but it also means fewer independent voices in the media landscape. That's something we should all be thinking about. One thing that immediately stands out is the history behind one of these stations. WCOW, or Co. 97, is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. It's been named Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Small Market Station of the Year 7 times, and its morning show, Ben and Arnie, was recognized by the Country Music Association last year. This isn't just any station, it's a local legend. And here's the kicker: Reid Magnum, the company president, shared that this station holds personal significance for his family. His dad's first ever visit to a radio station was at WCOW when he was just 4 years old. If you take a step back and think about it, this acquisition isn't just a business deal, it's a nod to history, to legacy, and to the roots of broadcasting in Wisconsin. But let's zoom out for a second. Magnum Media now operates 28 stations across Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, and northern Illinois. That's a lot of airwaves. What this really suggests is that local media is still a powerful tool, even in the age of streaming and podcasts. Radio stations like these are more than just music and sports, they're community hubs, connecting people to local news, events, and each other. In my opinion, that's why companies like Magnum are still investing in them. It's not just about profit, it's about influence and relevance. Here's a detail I find fascinating. Reid Magnum mentioned that his parents attended their first Wisconsin Broadcasters Association dinner in 1990, sitting with Pink Rice. It's these little connections that make this story so rich. It's not just a corporate transaction, it's a story about people, about families, and about the enduring power of local media. What makes this really interesting is how it blends the personal with the professional, showing that even in big business, there's room for sentiment and history. So, what's the bigger picture here? This acquisition raises a deeper question. As media companies consolidate, what happens to the unique voices and stories of local communities? Personally, I think we need to keep an eye on this trend. While growth and expansion are important, we can't afford to lose the diversity and authenticity that make local media so special. This deal is just one piece of a much larger puzzle, and it's a reminder that every business move has a human story behind it. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought: what does it mean for the future of local media when big players like Magnum Media keep expanding? Is it a sign of strength, or a warning of what's to come? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning, keep analyzing, and keep tuning in.